Okay, so what I have done here is I've taken this 128D case that I had and I put a reloaded MK2 in here. I've made it work with the 128 keyboard, and I've also put a Pi 1541 in here to take the place of the 1571. And as you can see, the keyboard works perfectly fine, just like a 128D keyboard would when it's in 64 mode. No problems. I've got the everything's just kind of mocked up right now, temporary setup in there. I'll show you in just a second. But I've got the Pi hooked up so we can look at it and see. Well, before we do that, let's I want you to see that it is the Pi here. You can see it says Pi 1541. Loading up file browser. Gonna mount this D64 here, and I even hooked up the little LED here on the drive so that it works when you're loading from the Pi. So, and I've got the power LED over here hooked up also. I've still got a good bit of work to do on the inside. I want to clean it up and make it look better in there, but I've got it functional for right now. I just got the Pi sitting in there. I'm gonna mount it to where the SD card would be accessible from right here, if I can do that. But anyway, it does work. Got sound. This is a brand new 1702 monitor I just got too. Got a real good picture. Well, anyway, so I'll show you what's in here and what I did. We'll start over here on the side. And I made it so that it's using the original ports here. This one's empty because the cassette port will be on the back. And I also had to move around a lot of the stuff. Turn it around this way so you can see. But I had to move the video and the serial ports over. They would have been here normally. This is just the power and the serial cable for the Pi in here right now. Created these little mounts for the power and the switch, so they're in the original spots. Doesn't look too bad. Open it up here. There's, like I said, this is just a mock-up. I still got to clean it up. Right now I've just got the Pi sitting in here. Just like that, and I've got a cable run out and hooked into the serial port out here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a bare Pi hat. Doesn't have the switches, won't have the IEC ports, serial ports here. I'm gonna hardwire it in and then wire it straight over to the board. And then this, I'm hoping, you see I've got the LED already wired up here. But I'm hoping to take this, you won't be able to hardly do it, but this, I want it to sit right up in here. Can't do it with these ports on here, but it'll sit in here something similar to this, so you can change the card out. It will reach without these serial ports on the Pi hat. I've already checked it out. So anyway, I had to make an adapter for the keyboard. I just wired it up so it'll work correctly. It just plugs into the board. I did have to move these. It's kind of messy right now, but I'll clean all that up later. Just the LEDs, wires to move the power and the power switch over. And right now it's just kind of temporarily hot glued into place so it won't slide around. but I'll make some mounts to go in here on the original mounts that you can screw it in, hopefully, and get it looking a little bit better. But it proves that it can be done, and it works, and it looks pretty decent on the outside. I'll have to do, you know, a little bit cleaning up on the inside, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. And I'll put some more videos out of getting it straightened up and you know, show what it looks like when it's done.